Medicine or poison? What exactly is love? Looking at my planet now, it's obvious that love has made the world sick, and with every inferior emotion, our world becomes more and more infected. Love is corrosive. Love is an illness, and I would love to find the cure for love. Unfortunately, once love gets into the mind, it spreads rapidly until all who have love inside of them are completely lost. I just wanted a star, and now I'm being chased by love-sick bitches, Eros said as he ran through the mall and away from a swarm of zombified women that were created by his own pheromones. You aren't the one who's supposed to be complaining. You just turned all those pretty girls into zombies. Eros's bodyguard, who had failed miserably at keeping him from leaving the castle, shouted at him as they both ran as fast as they could. His name was Cillian, and he had brown hair and gray eyes. It's not my fault they're weak to me. Run faster, Eros replied to Cillian as they argued, as they usually did in the castle. It is 100% your fault. I am running as fast as I can. His guard tried to run faster but ended up looking back to see the zombified women catching up to them. An arrow shot from behind them, barely missing Eros's face, and he finally looked back to see who was aiming annoying arrows in his direction. Hey boys, can you stop to chat? A girl with a black high-tech mask and her blonde hair in two ponytails floated in the air behind the two beings, and Eros and his guard saw her as she began floating even higher as they were looking back. Eros scowled at her. Are you crazy? Eros's shout was directed at the floating girl as he turned away from her and continued running from the zombified girls who were still chasing them. Being chased by women that your pheromones turned into disgusting creatures was one thing, but being hunted down by a floating girl who was shooting arrows at your head was a bit much. Eros, I heard you've never fallen in love. Is it true? Are you a useless Cupid? The floating girl spoke in a flirty and teasing manner that made Eros even angrier than before. Eros gritted his teeth and kept running, trying to not get distracted by the flirty girl who was still shooting arrows at them. The swarm of girls that had turned into zombies after being exposed to Eros's pheromones continued chasing them, screaming his name and trying to capture him relentlessly. Please evacuate the mall immediately. Pheromone X has been detected. Please evacuate the mall immediately. Pheromone X has been detected. The intercom blared as red alarm lights flashed, and women and children ahead of the boys immediately ran out of sight in panic and horror. The floating girl smiled at the beings below that were clearly exhausted from all the running. You are a Cupid, aren't you? So why don't you fly? The girl teased Eros as she floated above them, bouncing about in the air. What the crap is your problem? Eros shouted at the girl as he kept his eyes glued on what was ahead of him. They were women and children that he didn't want to hurt, but he knew that the moment he got too close to them, it would all be over for them. So he ran the other way and his guard followed. Thank you for listening to Chapter 1 of Love Yokai. You can read the rest of this chapter on Webnovel by searching for the book Love Yokai by Akira Yoshimoto. I hope you like this book so far. What do you think of Eros? Do you like this character? Leave a comment below and please remember to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.